So Daft Punk is done, I guess. They released a video this morning entitled Epilogue, in which their robot personas are dead, and now it appears that Daft Punk is no more. This is not a video I thought I would have to make for a very long time. In the past 8 years since Random Access Memories, the subtle signs of Daft Punk being active on social media, as well as occasionally doing some production for other artists, led me to believe that the musical spirit of Daft Punk was still alive and well. But true to the mysterious nature of Daft Punk's marketing, Epilogue was released with no further warning and no preliminary announcement. And now, for the past several hours, the music world and most of the internet is just left to ask, what happened? But I've thought about it for the past several hours, and I've realized maybe we don't need to know what happened. Like with the recent passing of MF Doom, maybe leaving the ambiguity of the artist intact is the right thing to do. We know from the video that Daft Punk is done, and this was a decision that they made themselves, and I think that's all we really need to know. We don't really need another explanation, because allowing Daft Punk to remain masked and mysterious will allow their legacy to continue after their breakup. I'm not gonna make this one of my big 20-minute history of the artist videos, although I might do that eventually. I think I just want to keep it short and simple for now. I haven't been alive since the inception of Daft Punk, but for the entirety of my existence, I have been listening to Daft Punk. They have always been there. I have listened to so much music throughout my life. It is the thing that keeps me alive. It motivates me, it heals me, it inspires me. And one of the only artists that has consistently stayed with me is Daft Punk. I mean, sure, music tastes change and evolve over time, and there are artists that I would rather listen to nowadays sometimes, but no matter what, Daft Punk has always stayed with me. When I was first introduced to popular music, the poppy melodies and funky sampling of Discovery was a huge part of my initial enjoyment of music. And all through elementary school, I was obsessed with the heavy beats and rock influence of an album like Human After All. And going a little deeper into their back catalog, I realized that Homework and Alive 97 were just as brilliant. Defunk quickly became one of my favorite songs. I distinctly remember seeing Tron Legacy in theaters with my dad, who loved the original Tron movie, and I was just enamored with the soundtrack. All of the movies that I had loved watching up to that point had either rock or classical soundtracks, so seeing this movie backed by these epic electronic instrumentals was such a game changer for the way that I looked at film scores. Then when they released Get Lucky and Random Access Memories, I was completely obsessed. I was just getting into the music of the 60s and the 70s at the time, and so hearing the music of classic funk and rock bands influence my favorite electronic group just blew me away. And honestly, their work has only gotten better with age. It is a big part of who I am as a musician, a producer, and a songwriter. All of this to say, I really needed Daft Punk's music to thrive as a person and a musician, and I am so grateful to have their catalog as a part of my life. That's really all I have to say. I wanted to make a video as soon as I possibly could to thank this legendary duo for their incomparable influence on music. Please do yourself a favor and listen to Daft Punk today. Then you too will understand the brilliance of their work. To Daft Punk, thank you so very much, and goodbye.